What's happening, Reject Nation? You might have seen earlier today that we posted our 1 minute quick thoughts right after watching the first episode for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Disney Marvel sent that to us because we actually, this morning, did an interview with the director that I cannot wait to share with you guys. We've been doing some interviews lately, and this is probably my favorite one so far. Yeah, I can't say anything too specific. It was only social media embargo lift today, not review. What I can tell you though, without ruining anything, is just from seeing the thumbnails on these two clips that they released while we were doing our interview, just from seeing the thumbnails. We have not seen this footage yet. During our discussion afterwards, we'll probably have to keep it short and tread lightly to make sure we don't get in trouble with anyone, because the last thing I want is to get in trouble with Disney Marvel.
To be assassinated by Kevin Feige himself.
So yeah, I dropped them both into Final Cut, then I hit export, so I was just watching them back to back.
Well, I don't trust Red Wing. Hold on a minute.
You don't have to trust Red Wing. But I'm gonna go see if he's right. Cause I have a feeling they might be a part of the big three.
What big three?
The big three.
What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
No, it's not.
Every time we fight one of the three.
So who are you fighting now, Gandalf?
How do you know about Gandalf?
I read The Hobbit in 1937 when it first came out. I don't. There are no wizards. Doctor is a sorcerer.
A sorcerer is a wizard without a hat. Right? I just came up with that. It's crazy. But look, that's not the point. These guys aren't magical. All right? They use brute force, just like you. The incredibly annoying guy in front of me with the staring problem. I'm coming with you.
See that silencing cap is back.
1 minute till drop off, Sam.
Oh, dude. What?
It's foreshadowing the staring scene in therapy from the trailer.
What's our plan? Great. So no plan.
30 seconds! Enjoy your ride, Buck.
No, you can't call me that.
Why not? That's what Steve called me.
Steve knew me longer, and Steve had a plan.
15 seconds!
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Really? What is it?
Woo!
That's the plan.
Okay. That was cool. Love seeing their interaction.
Cannot wait to see more of this show, man.
Well, I'll say is, like, what surprised me is, like, I get why they put these clips out, you know, because this hones in more on what the trailer's talking about, or at least demonstrating. This is one thing we brought up with the director. The trailers show, like, the action a lot, and the humor, the banter, like, the back and forth, which is what you're getting here, just with more breathing room because they're actual clips. And I think what was really the most impactful part that, like, in our post-discussion, when we put up our reaction to the first episode, is actually how rich in character it is and how much the show really takes its time. Definitely slower, but it's more like the pacing of something like Winter Soldier, where it takes its time a lot more. It's more deliberate, but there's some real rich character exploration. Like you'll get the cool shit. You'll get the cool shit and you'll get some funny scenes.
Yeah.
You will. But the stuff that really left us impacted was all the other things that are not as strongly honed in on in the marketing as of late, and that's the stuff I think will keep you truly emotionally hooked into all this, because I love their chemistry here, and I love that you're gonna see completely different shades of both Falcon and Bucky that you didn't get to see before. Some stuff I know what they're talking about. Some stuff I don't know yet.
Treading lightly, but yeah, I thought that this did nicely to hone in on their dynamic, because too, you know, Bucky and Sam up until this point have been very much support characters and characters that go to enhance Steve in a lot of ways, and so I think also too with like the Marvel sense of humor that we've heard about, these shows are exciting because not only can they flesh out the backstories of the characters and make them more of real people to us, but I think the comedy also stands a chance to get that much better because it makes the difference between putting a joke in versus just having character humor arise. This got me, just further excited for like so much of, not getting too much into thoughts on the pilot, but just the takeaway. I was so dazzled by, the intrigue and the action and all that stuff, but to see this side again and to kind of get that anticipatory element of like, man, I can't wait to see the fun that's in store along with all the more intense and more rich stuff. Like, this show seems like it'd have the whole package in a totally different way from WandaVision, and yet while I was thinking like the show's not going to be as like outwardly fun as WandaVision, I could see a potential for that, honestly.
I mean, the show's here just with their chemistry alone.
Absolutely.
I think that thematically what you'll get from these guys is a lot more than just the fun.
Totally.
Like, they set thematically, there's a lot that deals with things like self-worth more than just having to take up like the mantle, themes of identity. Like, they set them up for rich character arcs too. You can see like the necessity of their relationship and bond. You're gonna get a lot more than just the fun stuff, guys. Like this, like you're gonna get this cool stuff. But I also love like their commentary here, just off this clip alone, when they're talking about the androids, wizards, and aliens. And it's funny. Like with there were people who seemed a little bit weirded out or perturbed by the fact that there were witches now in WandaVision, and we're like, guys, we've had wizards with Doctor Strange, and they're like, which is just like a male witch.
I mean, sorcery and witchcraft are not very far apart.
And so I love too that I've been hearing that, like, that's not most people's complaints, but I've definitely heard this. It seemed kind of strange to introduce it in WandaVision, and I love though that following this up, you have Bucky himself being like, wizards, sorcerers, what? I mean, like, they're different, this technicality kind of resembling some minor fan complaints.
That's the thing too, is that they're always, I think, getting better and better and better at going, we know what you guys are talking about.
And it's going to be interesting watching in the context of knowing that this was supposed to be the first show that came out, and then WandaVision, and the fact that they're dropping stuff like sorcerers and all that, even if it's just in like the comedy banter. Like wondering if they're doing anything that could possibly have been like, oh, this was supposed to be setting us up for something like WandaVision. Like looking back with the context around it, it's gonna be interesting. Anyway, guys, Falcon and Winter Soldier, cannot wait for you guys to start this show. Was really loved it a lot. Best Falcon action scenes you'll see. Subscribe, click the notification bell, keep a lookout for a reaction of that. Last but not least, Robert Gunderson, Robert G, my friend. This is a Disney Plus show. I know that he loves Disney Plus because they're gonna be putting all these Star Wars shows, and this guy's a real Star Wars nerd. Actually reads like the books and all that shit. My gosh. Okay. Now John add on, because he hasn't replied to me in a month.
Because he's busy reading Plagius right now.
Saved his shout out.
When you could be talking to us, making us feel loved. You talk about toxic fandom over here. Jeez, man, stop ignoring us. We just want your attention, and we need a new car. Could you please help us out with that?
He's a car salesman. That's what he established in his last shout out.
And then we gotta go even further back. Could you start working for Amazon again? Want to get some free stuff, and it would make the void of you not talking to us a little easier. Because if there's one thing you can replace human connection with, it's stuff. Dude, come on, work with me here somehow, RG.
We did it. Thank you for being part of our Patreon page, Robert Gunderson.
Love you, buddy.